take the ride. So let's talk MTG and take the ride. For more fun, you better subscribe. You never want to miss the vibe. Hatcher is the master of MTG lore. Live streams and videos are never a bore. Streams are fun and super chaotic. You'll be back as it's all hypnotic. Come hang out, let's battle for Lord of the Boy. Hatcher's got the insights, he's got us all on board. In the world of magic, the gathering, he's a master and a guide. So let's talk MTG and take the ride. For more fun, you better subscribe. You never want to miss the vibe. Scrolling through my feed, looking for a good time. Hatcher on YouTube, dropping truth and rhyme. Passion for magic, he's playing the cards right. Live stream so funny, keeping us fun, you better subscribe. You never won't miss the vibe.
Bum bum billy boo, it's the Wonders Historian. Hello! Hello! Oh, the camera. Hold on. Hold on, guys. Hello! Hello! Okay. What's up, yo? So, Wonders is giving out art proofs. We're going to talk about that today. We're going to look at I've got a little bit of booster pack action to open, some cards to sort. We're just going to have a nice chill time and hang out. I know the stream is earlier than usual. I'm going to be experimenting with different stream times. So, good job to those of you who are on top of it and saw what was going down. Congratulations on being here ahead of everybody else. Bum, 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 bum. Okay. I gotta get my new stream intro done. I got some different footage to intersperse in there. Okay. It's gonna be one of those days, is it? The camera was really reliable yesterday. And today it's gonna be a dong lord. Alright. That's good. There we go. And switch this up. Okay. So what's up? Bedwa, Eng, Habanero, Kenzuki, Potts, Randomness, Every Day. Kenzuki, rest in peace, Mark Poole. I screwed that up. Potts, that's a joke in reference to the fact that I got Wayne England and Mark Poole confused in my head. So in today's video, I said that Mark Poole was dead, which caused some consternation amongst people because I was totally wrong, like 100% wrong. So, Habanero, you're having a shitty day. The stream's probably the best part of your day. Well, I hope that something more exciting happens for you on top of that. But in an effort to make your day a little bit more enjoyable, I'm going to splice some anime discussion into our talking today. I'm going to talk about a new anime that I just checked out today that really multiple times made me go, what? This is so good. I literally put my arms up in there like, yeah, let's go. So we'll talk about that too. We shall talk about that too. But we're here. I saw that they were giving away the art proof stuff, and it's only for a couple of days. So that seemed like the most important thing to base the stream on, brother. Millmaster, your wife loves the Wonder Historian intro and wants it on a loop. Well, let's give her another hit. We gotta give the ladies what they want. Bum, bum, billy, boo. It's the Wonder Historian. Hello. The ladies love a little bit of peekaboo. Hello. That got into Double Strike's head when we were out on the Shattering trip. I would say like hello to people when they were getting off the elevators and stuff, and he would just go hello. What up, Soth? You ain't wrong. That secret layer is hideous, bro. Absolutely hideous. So Bedwa, you already filled out the form for the art. You know what? Let's cover the art proof stuff first. Oh no, I don't need to pull it up on my phone. I've literally got the Discord open here. So if you want to know what you have to do, you have to go into the Wonders Discord, right? So you need to join that, and then where is it? You just go to the announcement section of the Discord, and the heading will be art proof giveaway. The username it's posted under is Frenchie. He's the guy who actually owns the company. And basically he's saying, I'm just going to read what it says. I know many of you are excited to own a character proof from the new set. If you've made a purchase from Wonders, you're eligible, but you must enter at the link below. Sign up here using the email that you purchased with. And then there's the link. It says character proof raffle. Important, you need to make sure the email you use is one that you purchased with, and you need to create an account on Blocks Packs under the same email so your proof can be delivered digitally to you. So you don't have to keep them on Bloxpack if you don't want to. Once you own an art proof, you get the shared IP rights to create with it under the Made with Wonders license. Or like most, you can just own it as a really cool collectible. There's about 120 available. The celebrity stone seekers and their story tokens are not included for obvious reasons. If you hit one of the custom stone seekers, Kai and Xander, you will also have rights to use their story token art under Made with Wonders, but the story tokens are not created as an actual art proof. And alt arts are not created as proof, but if you own the main proof, you also get to use the alt arts under Made with Wonders. So, if you're wondering what the Made with Wonders stuff is, that's how it works with, like for example, with my channel. I own the art proof for the Techno Historian, which is the artwork that you see. I just realized I don't have the, I didn't have the microphone cover on there. So, you gain the ability to make stuff using the art proof, and like you can write lore and other stuff like that. So I own the art proof to the Techno Historian. So this guy right here, which I have a huge box full of them. I own the most Techno Historians out there. I mean, when you have the proof and whatever else, it just feels that much more fun to collect the stuff up, right? And it gives you different goals. You can collect. Actually, you know what? Let's take a look at that right now. Let's take a look at the different versions that I have of the Techno Historian. Okay? Let's do it. Let's do it. Habanero, you got a rejection email for that job position, and then you got ghosted by a lady you made plans with earlier today. Well, don't worry, brother. Good things are coming to you. And just because you might have got ghosted, but it could be for any number of reasons. Maybe she got sick. Maybe she was just afraid of your magnum dong, bro. Did you ever consider that? Did you ever consider maybe she just realized that you were going to pulverize her insides and that she couldn't handle it? She can't handle the full spiciness of the habanero, brother. You know? All right, that's a pointless notification that I don't need anything to do with right now. All right. So we got the camera focused up, right? So there's different levels. There's different levels of printings of the cards. So right here, there we go. Right here. Maybe she died because she's so old. Habanero likes the old ones. Maybe you should pick ones that are under 80, bro, and they might live long enough. Maybe she literally ghosted you. That's funny. What up, Death? You were drawn in for the dongus, huh? So, you have just the regular paper printing, right? You have, because that's what this game they use like sport card terminology. So they call non-foil cards paper cards. So you've got paper, you've got classic foil, and you've got formless foil. Formless foils are way rarer than classic foils, right? Like, obviously it moves up the chain in this direction. I've actually seen very few formless foil Techno Historians. Like, in terms of my collection, I'm curious about it now. I should note this down. I should make a note. I'm not actually going to make a note right now because I'm not going to count all these, but I am curious how many formless foils I have. Like, not many. Right? Like, this is a stack of just, like, classic foil historians that I have. And then there's a couple of formless foils. Are the rest in here just regular? I think so. Oh, no. That's right. I did get some on the weekend when I was at the Shattering. So, hold on. So I've got this many classic foils, and then I have gigantic stacks of the regular ones, which make for a perfect thing to give away at events if people want them signed or whatever. I did have somebody ask me to sign their historian. You know what? Screw it. I got him here. there's no better time than the present to actually count them up and see how many I got and keep track of it here. So with the paper ones, is that really important? What do you guys think? Should I count up I'm going to count up the foil ones. You guys let me know if you think I should count the non-foil ones too, all right? So I only have three of the formless foil. That's it. That's the entirety of my formless foils for the Techno Historian. I don't have any in my binder, do I? Now I'm going to check, actually. Hold on. I got a binder with some stuff in it here, and it might... This is where some of my more fun stuff ended up. Did I just lock up the camera? I think I did. Hold on. Is it still? Hold on. Hold on, guys. I gotta figure this out. Okay, there we go. There we go. Now it's fixed. Okay, no, Millmaster, I never heard that song. All right, so I have a bunch of formless foils in this binder. I loaded it up to get ready for the shattering. Although, admittedly, I was actually too busy to really engage with it. I'm really just getting a bunch of the spammy kind of emails right now. Keep thinking it's something that might matter. But it's not. Okay, let's see here. Any Techno Historians? No. Okay. No Techno Historians in here. Put that over there. Okay, so I have three formless foils. I got a notebook here. I can write this down in. Gently now. There we go. Need a pen. Here we go. Okay, so I have three formless foils of the Historian. These are genuinely very difficult to come by. These three came out of, there was a massive, that's right, I can show that off too, because I do like it. Hold on, let me grab it. Since we're showing off all the Techno Historian stuff that I got here, I also have this gigantic oversized one, because they did a 3,000 pack break where they opened 3,000 boosters, and Joe, the dude from Wonders, Joe Fat D, he got me the Historian spot, right? So that meant that every single Techno Historian that got opened in any booster pack automatically became my property. So I got it all shipped out to me. That's how I got the majority of my Techno Historians. And all three of my formless foils came from that break. So out of 3,000 booster packs being opened, these showed up out 1 out of 1,000 packs, essentially, which is insane to me because it's a common card. So you would expect that there'd be more of them, right? But there's something about it where they're specifically difficult to come by. And so I'm pretty stoked that I have the three that I do. You only need 2 as a playset, so I've already got like 1 extra in that regard. So I got three of the formless foils, and then for the classic foils I have, let's see here. What up, Inferno? You think they're cool looking? Hell yeah, brother. Okay, so that's 50. Okay, so it looks like I have 79 classic foil Historians. It's fun collecting stuff. Okay, 79 classic foils. I mean, I'm in it now. We're going to do the non-foils too. Screw it. We're going to do the non-foils, and those are some bigger stacks. Okay, there's 100. So we got 100. I'm like the count. You know what? Screw it. There's a shortcut. There's a shortcut to this that I learned back in the day when I used to do big bulk boxes of Magic. It'll give me an approximate amount. My count might be off slightly, but whatevs. It saves time. Who cares? And some of these will be signed and given away to people at events and shit, so it's not as important. You know what I mean? Just make sure the stacks are roughly the same height there. Press them down. Okay, a couple off of each of these. So that's 300. That's 300 right there. Okay, 344. That's what I'm writing down as the official count, even though I'm going to 344 with a plus or minus beside it because it might be off by a couple. So what are we looking at? We're looking at like about 425-ish, something like that. About 425. 425 of these historians, boys. That's the most I've ever owned of any card from any card game. I've collected other cards before. I collected Timberwolves once to use as tokens for Masters of the Hunt, and I got those up to like 100. Oh, you know what I should do with these is I should have people that I like sign them for my collection. That's what I used to do. That's what I used to do with the Timberwolves. Is I had my friends and stuff sign them because I liked that. That's what I'm going to do. I'll give some away, but I'll also have people sign them. I like that. Every day. Why am I streaming earlier tonight? Because the stream times that I had before were very arbitrary, and I didn't sleep well last night. I didn't know if I wanted to go to sleep earlier tonight or whatever else. I just decided I'm going to start to mix it up more here and there. Like tomorrow we'll be back at the time you guys are accustomed to, but it's ultimately arbitrary, and having streams at different times gives more people or different people a chance to come out to a stream, right? So we've established that you've got this kind, you've got this kind, and you've got this kind, but those aren't the only three options. There's actually 5 different options, but they get way rarer, okay? Like way rarer. So the next step up after paper, classic, and formless foil is what's known as an OCM. It's called an orbital color match. And I just happen to have one right here. So, you know what? Let me pop it out of the case and show you. So it's like compared to a classic foil, except it has a border color that matches the actual orbital that it's from, right? The orbitals, if you're not really familiar with what that is like, they're basically the same difference as the colors in Magic. So this is a Heliosynth card. You can see it probably easiest on this. See this symbol right here? This indicates the orbital that it's from. So an orbital color match matches, the border matches the color of the orbital, and it also it's a serialized. So there's only 99 OCM techno historians out there. People have asked me if I'm going to try and collect them all, and the answer is no, because there are people out there who would game the system and just be like, oh, I know he wants them, and so they would grab them and they would basically go, I'm going to try and milk him for these, and I'm not here for that. I'm not here to be taken advantage of. So I think it'd be dope to get 7 more of them, you know, because then you could have a page, like a 9-slot page. I keep it in this little case to protect it. So there you go. Those are the 4 more achievable levels, with the OCM being difficult. What's up, Blue Cats? The formless foil is really hard to come by. OCM's way more difficult. This did not come from the 3,000 card pack break. It came from a trade where this guy named Loco, who's a really good dude actually, he got it, and my buddy Double Strike negotiated a trade with him. All he had to say that was for me, and then Loco was willing to trade it, and he traded it for a different OCM, because I actually have, like, in my binder, I have a number of these OCMs. I've got, like, ones that are not just common ones either. Like, I've got this one. This is an actual rare, so it's out of 50. The rarer they are, the higher the number is. Most of the OCMs I have are common, but also have uncommon level ones. And then that rare one, I don't think there's an epic level one in here. No, I don't have an epic one. And I actually did manage to get one mythic one, but I ended up selling that because there's definitely a market for OCMs. People will pay money for them, boys. So I said there's 5 different steps, right? So you've got these 4. What is the ultimate? Well, the ultimate when it comes to I actually have one here. Super lucky. I cracked this in a booster pack myself. This is a stone foil, and you'll notice it's a 1 of 1. So every card from the set has a 1 of 1 printing. There's only 1 of each in existence. Now this is the Blackthorn Banshee, which is actually a really sweet card. If you have 3 or more wonders in your abyss, you draw a card. So basically, if you have 3 dudes in your graveyard, you get to draw a card every turn. So I cracked this in a pack. I wish I had opened it in a pack like on stream, because I was just opening some booster packs for my own enjoyment. I was just sitting around opening some packs for my own enjoyment, and I opened this and I just literally stopped and went, holy shit. I have never like seen one of these things like in person, cracked from a pack or whatever. People obviously online had cracked them, but I wasn't expecting it. And I mean, cracking packs from other games, there are some exciting moments, but Magic wasn't delivering this level of excitement, bro. It didn't make me go, holy shit, I wish that I had actually been opening this online so you guys could have been there for that moment, because it felt dope. What orbital is this? This is Umbrathine. That's what that symbol stands for. This is from the dark world that's full of vampires and necrotic energy and, you know, every man for himself style vibes. It's the darkest orbital. It's the least inviting. It's the one you don't want to be living on, to be real, right? You definitely don't want to be living there. So this is the ultimate goal. So to really have all, like, I need paper, classic, formless foil, and then OCM, and then the 1 of 1. The 1 of 1 is the holy grail for an art proof holder, right? So it would be absolutely insane if I was able to get my hands on the 1 of 1 stone foil historian. Oh shit, bitch! That's right. Guess what I got? At the call of the stones shattering, Frenchie, the guy who owns the company, went out of his way to track this down for me so that I could have it for my collection. How amazing is that? So I own the 101, boys. I own the art proof. I got it all. They call it the rainbow, son. They call it the rainbow when you got all 5. And I do. I diggity do. So pretty fucking sweet right there, son. Pretty sweet. Bum, bum, bum. This is the first time I'm revealing that I have this. I'm actually going to do a video talking about art proofs and like the sequence of cards and how these are your holy grail chases. Ba, 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 ba. Pretty dope, man. Every day, yeah, I mean, Heliosynth is a world that is totally covered in sand, man. 100%. So I can see why it gives you that Dune vibe. Ba-ba-ba-ba-bum. So yeah, I was keeping that a secret. And now I've done my grand reveal. I am the king of techno historians. Feels pretty good. Feels pretty good. Oh, yeah, you know what? We're doing all the techno historian stuff. It makes perfect sense to bust out one of these. Techno! That's for when I open them in packs, but you know, it feels appropriate when I'm going over the fact that I got them all, right? Right? That's pretty sweet. That's pretty sweet. Every day this channel is it's not part of the partner plan yet. You can't get a membership here. You can't do super chats. You can use the PayPal, or I have a Ko-Fi link down there as well. So you can still get Lord of the Board if you want it. But yeah, it's not part, like, we need a bunch more watch time before we get into the partner program. That is a requisite. We're about 5.5% of the way there. So it's going to be some time before that's a reality, which I know is disappointing to some people because they want to they want to be able to support me, what I do, and do all the flashy fun stuff. We'll get there. We'll get there. But for now, it's not on the table. It's not on the table. But what is on the table is cracking some booster action. I've got a few existence packages, booster packages. Every day, what's Ko-Fi? It's like the thing where, like, buy me a coffee. It's a different website that people use to get support from, right? I don't normally use things like that, but some people don't want to use PayPal, so I figured I set up a Ko-Fi like a million years ago and completely forgot it even existed, and then went, oh, I can slap that in. We'll use it for the time being. Maybe I'll get like a Streamlabs thing set up later on or whatever, but it is what it is, right? There's I don't really spend a lot of my time focusing on the best ways to monetize what I'm doing, because it's more just like I want to come and hang out and have a good time. Obviously, I love the support and want it, but I don't delve around looking for all the different ways to make it happen, you know? So, I've got, like I said, a few packs of existence here. I asked the guys at Wonders about getting more of this, more existence to crack. They don't have any more, so they can't be hooking me up with that. But I should be getting some Call of the Stones goodness for us to go through at some point. I mean, they got a lot going on right now with the release of the set and everything, so we'll have to wait and see when that's going to be. But it's going to happen. So let's crack a few packs of Wonders. Let's see if we can find anything for my set. Let's see if we can find any more Techno Historians. Man, they seal these things really well. Ah, good. I do have scissors in here. I was going to say, I hope I have scissors in here. Every day, you like the pack art? That's Emma. That's Emma Shockbite. That's Emma Shockbite on there, brother. All right. So, at the big front of the pack, we got, that's where the commons hide. So, this is where we'll find a Techno Historian if one's waiting. Or theoretically at the back of the pack, too. The last couple of cards in the pack can also... Let's take a peek. Okay, so there looks like there's no Techno Historian here in this booster pack, unless there's a foil one. So we got a foil Emerald Clearing. I have all the common foils. I have enough for play sets of everything. So for me, the foil commons don't really mean as much. They're still good to have, I guess, to trade for other things, but like they don't matter for my foil play set that I've been collecting of existence. Then we've got Power of Bloodlines. I'm pretty sure that I have the copies I need of this as well. Then we've got, oh shit, a Formless Foil. Nice. Okay. Formless Foil, Deep Black Goop. It's a 5-cost 4-power. When you play it, you have to discard a card, but it has Death Strike. So when this wins or ties a battle, you get to destroy one of your enemy's dudes. Like normally in this game, when you get into battles, you do not get to destroy your enemies at all. So Death Strike is actually surprisingly useful. And since it's a formless foil, it gets sleeved. Where are the sleeves? I swore I thought that there was a bunch on my desk. Where'd the... Weird. Okay. Oh, what about right down here? Nope. Are they behind me? Is that why? I think that's what it is. I think they're literally in a box behind me. Hold on. I've been cleaning up, sorting things, compiling them all into... Yeah, here we go. Here we go. Box with a bunch of sleeves in it. Perfect. Perfect. All right. So, slap this guy into a sleeve. Then we got Captain Rostar Corwind, 5 cost, 6 power. On arrival, return another target card in this realm to its owner's hand. So you can either bounce one of your opponent's guys to get him out of your way, or you can bounce one of your cards so that you can replay it for its abilities, which is also a viable strategy. And then we've got just an uncommon. Okay, so I thought there might be another rare in this pack. All right, I mean, we got a formless foil, which is all right, but that pack was not as kicked down the door as I would have hoped. That's fine, though. I've only got a couple more packs, so I may as well stretch out the time before I crack them. I do have some random cards here that could benefit from a bit of sorting. Is it all foil? No, okay, it's not. So I'm gonna sort the foils out. Habanero, you love the name Deep Black Goop. You definitely don't want to get dissolved in that, bro. Okay, so we got commons, we got uncommons. I think this box is just commons and uncommons. I believe before I left for the shattering that I sorted out all of the rares in this box. I think so. There we go. So yeah, but you never know. I might have missed some. So we talked about, I mean, that's the Umbra Theme Orbital. That's Thalwind right here. That's Petraea. This red one here is Solfera. And then we already talked about the Heliosynth one, right, for that one. Which means there's only one we haven't seen yet, which is Boundless. My mind's getting confused looking for that while also trying to sort these at the same time. Okay, a bunch of foils. Uncommons and commons. Okay. So, these go here. Am I not seeing any Boundless cards yet? Oh, okay, here we go. Here's a Boundless one. And then this symbol right here is for Boundless. All right. You know what? I'm mostly interested in the foils. Sorting these into commons and uncommons isn't terribly important right now. I can leave that for afterwards. Just get the foils out. Get the foils out and see if I missed any rares, really. Okay. Foil action, baby. There's a lot. There's a lot in here. Okay. So this right here counts as all the different orbitals, which is pretty sweet because when you put out a land for any particular orbital, it makes all of your cards of that orbital cost 1 less to play, and this one counts for all you can actually see all the orbitals around it. So the game's called Wonders of the First. This is literally the first that it's named after. It's a pretty sweet common, honestly. They did some really funky promo versions of it. All right, more foily foilness. Bum bum bum, ba-dum ba-dum bum bum. Oh, damn it! Dropped a card on the floor, baby. It's all good. Okay. Yeah, I have a foil playset of all the commons from the set and most of the uncommons as well. So I'm really focusing on just getting the cards that I'm missing. And in terms of the commons and uncommons from this set, they're not that important to me. I have friends who play this game who come to the same local game store and stuff. And these commons and uncommons are more useful to help them build their decks because They don't really care so much about the foiling, but I thought it would be fun to try and get an entire foil playset. And that's how I went with it. What up, Tony? Am I going to enter the Dragon Cup this year? You're going to get into it? I might. I mean, I do have a stone foil, which means I do have what it takes to get entry into it. So it's definitely a possibility. I mean, screw it. At this point, I've got all the stuff here. I may as well just sort these into commons and uncommons as well real quick. Real quick, like... Nah, you know what? Never mind. I don't feel like it. I don't feel like it. I can just sort the foils into their orbitals instead. When I was collecting the complete set, I was doing it alphabetically, which was great for collecting the set, but not so great when it came time to build a deck. You know, it was just like, okay, this is all alphabetical instead of by orbitals. So now I just want this stuff sorted by orbitals, which is much easier to do. We'll just do 3 at a time here. So we'll do Petraea, Thalwind, and Sulfera, and then go back for the other 3. Tony, different requirements. You don't need a stone anymore. Oh, okay. All right. Really? I mean, they just posted information about that too, didn't they? Let's see. I'll have to look over the details later. And we can talk about that in a future stream, you know? But that is definitely an interesting change. It opens it up to a lot more people, because if you don't have a stone foil, that's not the easiest thing to acquire, right? That is a genuine challenge. That's a big hurdle to get over. I mean, I wouldn't even say I wonder what prompted that change. Obviously, it's prompted by the desire to have more people being able to enter. Do they still have the same requirements for deck building? All right. Ran a lot of Thalwind in a row. That's convenient. Okay. And then... Sulfera, Petraea, Thalwind. Always feels good to have more lands. It feels like you're never really going to be disappointed by having lands. All right. Bum, 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 bum. Thanks for coming and hanging out with me, guys. I appreciate it. Okay, let me go like that. All right, so that's all from these 3 orbitals. And then we'll swap it up. And now we're going to do Boundless. Really uneven amounts here. Thalwind is very heavily represented in these packs. Okay. And then we got Umbrathine, Boundless, and Heliosynth. Heliosynth is what my deck's currently built around. Although my deck is kind of a pile, I do have to admit. I get pulled in a bunch of different directions because there's all these exciting cards with crazy abilities, and I'm treating it the same way that I treated Magic at the beginning, where I'm not about optimizing in terms of like just picking the best, most powerful strategies. I'm optimizing in terms of what seems like big, dumb fun and craziness, but it definitely doesn't lend itself to the most broken decks, that's for sure. All right, well, that was easy. So those are all sorted now. That's great. At least sorted by orbital, not by card, but that's fine. Okay, so let's get those out of the way. And then we shall crack another pack. Oh, damn it. I should have sorted the foils that were in this pack I just opened. Oh, well, whatever. Whatever. Okay, let's see what's inside pack number 2. Looking for techno historians. Let's go. Where's the historian action at? Okay, we're not getting it there. And not there either. Okay. No historians here unless we manage to score a foil one, boys. All right, we got Aaron Sharpeye. We got a foil Dark Iron City. So this is another land. There's a foil uncommon. I don't know if I need this one. I don't know where my need list went. Since I came back from the Shattering, my stuff has been more kind of wild and disorganized. So I'll have to check that later. And then we got the Prickly Brambleberry. Oh, we got Jarambe. We hit a mythic, boys. We got Jarambe. What? Check it out. Yeah, check it out. Double Strike is obsessed with Jarambe. So he literally printed out. Printed out Jarambes. And he gave me one. He loves this thing. This is the proof that's owned by Joe D, right? So that's his thing. And Jarambe is wild. His ability is tap to destroy target stone. And if he leaves play, banish him. So like if he goes, he's gone for good. But getting rid of a stone is a huge deal, guys. For those of you who don't know, the way the game works is there's 7 stones in total. You use these little guys to represent them. So you'll have, hold on. When you set up to play, you'll have these stones, right? And each realm that opens up has a stone. And each stone that you capture gets you closer to victory. It gives you more energy. It determines who goes first in the turn. All that kind of stuff. And so, like, you want to hold more of these than your opponent. You want to have more stones than your opponent. There's only 7 of them in the first place. And when Double Strike found this card and was just like, wait a minute, it destroys stones permanently? So he just gets rid of the stone. It's just gone. It's not part of the win con or anything anymore. So he was playing with somebody and he used it and they were like, did you just destroy the win con? Like, what the hell? So you can see him literally just like smashing a stone. Like Jarambe from the Cincinnati, you mean Harambe. And yes, this is an intentional reference. Correct, Habanero. It's an intentional reference to Harambe. This is Joe Rambe. It is an epic mythic. It also is a very sweet score. So I'm pleased about that. That's pretty dope. That's pretty dope. Look at him. 10 cost. He costs a crazy amount to put out. But he's 10 power and straight up destroys a stone. Now in this game, when you activate a tap ability, that creature stays tapped forever. Like when you tap him, you don't get to untap him every turn, you know? But there are ways to untap him. And there's a card, I think I actually have it, a foil version of this. There's this one mythic card that, do I have it or not? Yeah, I believe it's Tempest Bomb, isn't it? Hold on. Okay. So what you can do is you can use this card. So you equip this to one of your guys, and when the guy who's equipped with this attacks, you destroy this and all of your dudes. But then you get to flip over the top card of your deck, and you get to put a copy of one of those 3 cards you can pick, and put a copy of it in every realm. And there's 7 realms. So by using this with him on top of your deck, you could literally have a Jarambe in every realm, and you could destroy all of the stones if you wanted to, which is absolutely stupid and hilarious, right? So that's fun. That's a sweet score. And then, okay, we got a copy of the first. All right. All right. Not too shabby. Tony, yep, there's goggles that sack to free to untap the wonder. There's multiple ways to untap wonders, for sure. All right, I got one more pack of existence, and then I got a special treat as well that I didn't mention that we will take a look at too. I saved something. I saved the biggest juice for last. I saved the biggest juice for last. All right, so first things first, we look for some Historian action here. And we got none. And we got none. Okay. No Historian action. Unless, again, it's sitting in the foils. So, Nasula. We got... Oh, it looks like there's a Formless foil in this pack. Really? 3 packs? 3 packs? And we're getting 2 Formless foils? Can't complain about that. Peppers, how do you get an art proof? You got to enter in the draw. You got to enter in the draw using the draw link. And you got to use the same email you used to buy your Wonder stuff with. Okay, and the Formless foil is Pachenko. Another uncommon Formless foil. Not too shabby. Let's grab a sleeve for him. Okay, so 3 cost, 4 power. On arrival, when an opponent's card becomes nullified here this round, draw a card. Opponent's Wonders with tap abilities are nullified in this realm. So this guy would literally shut down Jarambe. Just like you can't tap him to destroy stones. How crazy. How crazy is that? And then we got, a rare land. Nice. We got Indra's Citadel, which is on Harvest Kingdom 3. If this is in an even number realm, gain an action. Oh. Normally when you tap a land, you get an action. So if this is an even numbered place, then you're actually going to get 2 actions. It doubles the effectiveness of it. Explains why it's rare. And then we got a Synapse... Oh, that's just a common. All right. Whoop-de-doop-de-doo. Peppers, is it in the Discord? Yes, it is. I mean, I guess we're talking about it here, so it's easy enough to just grab it and drop it in the stream, too. Don't know why I didn't think of that earlier. Hold on. Hold on. You guys want the link? It's on the website. It's on their actual website. So, there you go. Bam. So yeah, use that link there, and then you can enter into the raffle and get yourself an art proof possibly. So, I said that I was saving the juice. I said I was saving the juice, and I wasn't lying. I wasn't lying. I got a dragon pack from Call of the Stones, okay? Now, a dragon pack is not like a regular booster pack. Everything in this booster pack is juiced as hell. So, like, it's all foils and shit and formless foils. Like, it's all juice. There's no regular paper versions and nothing. And it's from the new set, too. So, there's 8 cards in this pack, and there could be serialized cards. There could be the new, they're like autographed cards and other stuff. This is where the fattest juice lives, boys. This is where the fattest juice is. So let us crack into it. We're definitely going to need a bunch of sleeves for this one. I saved this juice from the shattering to explore with you guys. All right, so straight out the gates, formless foil action, baby. So we got Electra Foliage, which is a 4-cost 4-power. On arrival, but 2 -1 counters on target Wonder. If you can put enough minus counters on a creature that you take its power to -1, it straight up destroys the creature. But if you just take it to 0, the creature is still alive. The Wonder is still alive. All right, I'm going to sleeve them as we go. Then we got Cecil Todd, which is a 3-cost, 1-power demonic mimic. Awaken +2, and on battle, put a -1 counter on target enemy here. If you seized a stone this round, this is awakened. So if you end up attacking and you win, you get to trigger the awaken ability. What up, Jester? How you doing, buddy? The word on the street is good, son. Okay, after that, we've got Zerone Sweet Bloom, which is a 3-cost 4-power. Sack it for free to give target Wonder -4 this round. That's pretty sweet. Well, like when it says free, that means you don't have to spend one of your 3 actions. You get 3 actions a turn, so you can do that without costing you one of them. Which does add to its strategic value. Pretty funky looking, too. Oh, shit. Cat's out of the bag. There's an OCM in here. There's an OCM in this pack, boys. We got an orbital color match. Oh, there we go. And we got a rare formless foil. Nice. Okay. This is Bhutan the Painbringer. 6 cost, 5 power. When you attack with an undead, you may return this from the abyss into that realm. And then it's got unstable. I think unstable is you have to sacrifice it at the end of the turn. Unstable's a new one. I'm pretty sure you sack at the end of turn. But he comes back. Every time you swing with an undead, you can just bring him back. That's crazy. Into that realm. Oh, so then he would be part of the attack too, right? That seems pretty good. What up, Juglum? How you doing, brother? I mean, either way, it's a rare formless foil. So that's a score. That's a score. There it is, boys. We got the OCM, son. I'm going to put that in the sleeve right away in case I spit on it while I'm talking. Bam. Okay. Crimson Wave Assassination. It is an uncommon OCM. Number 18 out of 75. Destroy target wonder with no other wonders in the same realm. Okay. All right. That seems not too shabby. Is this all blood flowing around? That's wild. That's wild. Boom! OCM, baby! Actually, I tend to take my OCMs and put them into top loaders. Top loaders. Oh, yeah. Okay. Then we've got Letter from a Friend. This is a legendary story token, so these go with the Stone Seekers. This one, how do you know who they go with again? I can't remember. Oh, does it say over here? Okay, so this is Valen Voss. This is a Valen Voss item. Sacrifice it for free to put a shield counter and a protector counter on target wonder. And this is a rare token. All right. All right. Let's grab a sleeve for that. Then we've got a Formless Foil Uncommon Blue Glaive Glove, which is a 3-cost item. Equipped Wonder gets +2. Whenever Equipped Wonder attacks, you may move target enemy from an adjacent realm into this realm. Oh, cool. All right. That feels like it'd be great with Death Strike. That's a score. Let's grab a sleeve for that. And then we've got a Jar of Crimson Liquid, Uncommon Formless. 2-cost item. Tap it for free to put 2 -1 counters on target wonder. Whenever a wonder dies, you may sacrifice this and create a 1-power vampire token here. Okay. All right. Use it to shrink down your opponent's guys or kill them and get a token creature. That's got potential. It doesn't, like, super excite me or anything, but it genuinely seems like it's got potential. Not too shabby, though. We got 2 Formless Foil Rares and an OCM. That is a juice bag pack right there. That is some juicing. Very nice. Very nice. All right. Oh, this is an alt art, is it? Is that what you're saying, Peppers? How do you know? That's sweet, man. Pretty sweet overall. I mean, can't complain. Can't complain about how that went. I was not expecting an OCM from the booster. Man. Okay. Well, now. These go right over here for now. You go up here. And the formless foils that I got from those other packs will go with you as well. That felt like some successful crackage, bro. Juglum, no problem. Glad you enjoyed. Glad you enjoyed. Now, I told Habanero that we would talk about a new anime to cheer him up. So, let me get a glass of water, and we'll do just that. In the meantime, don't be a dink, bro. Don't be a dink! Use my Amazon link. When Hatchet goes for a drink, bookmark that Amazon link. Don't be a bitch. You gotta scratch that itch. Bookmark that Amazon link. I got fucking bills to pay, y'all. Use my Amazon link. take some work. Don't be a dink! Use my Amazon link! When Hatchet goes for a drink, bookmark that Amazon link! Don't be a bitch! You gotta scratch that itch! Bookmark that Amazon link! I got fucking bills to pay, y'all! Use my Amazon link! This is gonna take some work. Don't be a dink! Use my Amazon link! When Hatchet goes for a drink, bookmark that Amazon link! Don't be a bitch! You gotta scratch that itch! Alright, I'm back. Man, that was some juicy dragon action right there. Juglum, don't worry, brother. I don't get fat checks, but the people using my Amazon link does add up. And every once in a while, Amazon sends me a little bit of chatter to say, thank you, buddy. So, works for me. Man, oh man. That was some juiciness. All right, so the anime that I was talking about that I checked out today that was super epic is called Sentenced to be a Hero. And the name of it alone was interesting. I was like, Sentenced to be a Hero. I had actually clicked on it a couple days ago and just saw the first 30 seconds where they explained that you're basically being a hero is the worst thing you can be. It's a criminal sentence, genuinely. It's a criminal sentence, and they just keep resurrecting you. And it's a fate worse than death, apparently, right? So that intrigued me. I was genuinely curious, and I decided today to settle down and watch the first episode, because the first episode is an hour long, and it was awesome all the way through. Genuinely great, man. You have a couple of people who have been sentenced to this criminal life of being a hero, and they are used mercilessly. They will be brought back to life in entirely different bodies. Their souls will be brought back, it's crazy good. I was so surprised how awesome it is, right? The one guy basically ends up getting impaled, and he's just just kill me, man. I don't just kill me so they can resurrect me. And Buddy's just you don't want that. He's like, do you not even remember? Every time it happens, you lose a part of yourself. This is hellish. You don't want that. I'm not having that happen to me. Hell no. So you've got the one guy who's a warrior who's really focused on doing his duty, Xylo. And then you got Dada, or whatever the hell his name is, who is a thief. He just likes taking shit. And at the beginning, he's stolen this gigantic coffin, and he's just dragging it along behind him. So you've got this thing called the Demon Blight that creeps through the forest, and it warps everything it touches into demonic ponds. It turns frogs into these gigantic galump fungus-looking demon beasts. And it's absolutely insane. And I could not believe how cool it seemed. The coffin that guy ended up stealing happened to have a goddess in it. So she comes out and she becomes obsessed with the one guy, with Xylo. I choose you as my champion. He's like, no, leave me alone. I hate goddesses. I want nothing to do with it. Xylo is so begrudging about the sentence that's happened to him and everything that's going on, but he's so epic, man. He does so many crazy moves. He's whipping sword blades into demons and they're exploding. He's got a whole bunch of magical seals that give him different powers. It's really, really cool. And the goddess is just basically use my power and then also praise me a bunch. I love being praised and all this stuff. And it's just so cool. The internal struggle of Xylo and how he doesn't want to be doing what he's doing, but he does what he needs to do because they really have no choice. They can literally just resurrect you if they want to and burn you at the stake. Like, just they can just mess with you as much as they want to, and there's nothing you can do about it. So this goddess keeps following Xylo around. She's the 13th goddess. She's an unactivated goddess, and she's just following him around saying, you're my chosen knight, like, use my powers. And he's like, no, I hate goddesses. It's like, okay, what's going on here? You know what I mean? So basically what happens is he's forced through circumstance to watch all the people he's supposed to be guarding just end up getting wiped out. And they're fighting against this incredible demon lord. It's so wild. It's creeping through the forest, and demon blade is just flowing out in front of it in a wave, converting everything around it into demon spawn. And it's this huge, towering beast that can also fly up into the air. And it's so impressive looking and so epic, man, right? So this thing is bringing death everywhere. The humans have these thunder ballista that use epic thunder magic, and they end up launching it all at the demon lord. But the demon lord has this shield up that not only stops the ballista from hitting it, but actually reflect them back into the human forces, just ripping them up, right? Like, it's so one-sided. So it basically comes down to all the humans have pretty much been wiped out. There's not many left. And the goddess is insisting that Xylo accept a pact with her, right? It's like, you've got to do this to save people. So he ends up doing it, and she unleashes her power, and it is so incredible. The sky opens up. She's a goddess of swords. The sky opens up, and thousands upon thousands of swords just they start raining down like madness. To make the pact with the goddess, it's like a blood pact. So he slices the back of his hand, and she kisses it, and then boom, they're linked up, and she's just like, what do you want me to do? He's like, just make it flashy. And she just sends all these blades raining down, and then he grabs one, and he starts hacking through the remaining demons on his way to the demon lord. And then he's like literally launches himself into the air with the goddess on his shoulder. And then they're linked up, so she knows what he wants, and creates this gigantic god level sword that he infuses with power and then just fires into the demon lord. It's fucking amazing. It's genuinely amazing. Habanero, you legitimately thought to yourself, you thought I was going to talk about Sentence to Be a Hero? Yeah, it is a very good series. Your episode 6, I believe it, bro. I believe it. That 1 hour episode, I stood there just going, what? Yes! Oh my God! It was so epic. I loved it. I love the contrast between Dota, who wants to abandon his responsibilities and just wants to thieve shit, and Xylo, who's very dedicated to his duties, very practical, but also just so bitter, right? Because you find out, like, he's like, I hate goddesses. He's responsible for slaying a goddess. He was literally part of like this holy knight order, and the goddesses seek praise. So this goddess basically pushed herself past her endurance, used up all of her magic power, and when a goddess uses up all their power, they start to take on the demon blight. So Xylo was forced to slay his own goddess so that you wouldn't end up with a demon lord with the powers of a goddess. It's amazing. And so there's this sham of a trial going on with the religious order where they're basically making it sound like, oh, you know, you're a liar. All of the stuff you're saying isn't true. None of this could happen. But they're just railroading him. And then they sentence him into this like perma-death cycle, not perma-death, perma-life cycle, where he keeps coming back. And the heroes like that, they have markings on them, and they're treated as just scum. Like, regular citizens, stay away from me. The knights want nothing to do with them. It's like, don't save us. You doing that, it's dishonoring us. So he, like, all you can tell from the first episode that it's like, no, he's a good dude, and he's in the right, and he's been wronged. And it's just so epic and over the top, and it doesn't really have anything that pulls your brain out of it going, this doesn't make any sense. Why is stuff going that way? Like, it's awesome. Habanero Takumi, I haven't seen that guy yet. Have not. Joglum says, hero arc. You save the kingdom, save the princess, recover worldly artifacts. Then when it's all said and done, they say thanks and leave you with nothing. Worse than that, bro. You do what you're supposed to do. You follow orders. Then you're forced to kill your own goddess. He didn't want to, but he did it, right? And then he doesn't get thanked. He gets treated like a criminal. They shout him down, they beat him down, and then they bind him in magic that forces him to be rebirthed over and over, right? Habanero, the dungeon interview sequences in the various episodes are so incredibly revealing, but also draw you deeper into the mystery of the plot and setting. I believe it. I watched the first episode, hour long. I was so disappointed when the second episode was only 24 minutes. I was like, no, my God. I got so excited when I thought there was 10 hour-long episodes because it was so good. It felt like a 2-hour movie, bro. It was so epic. So epic. So good. I know that I'm going to binge on it hard, dude. Like hard. It's so good. I already finished watching, all the episodes that are available. I guess it's still ongoing. I finished watching Hell Mode, and the last episode that I watched where Buddy ends up taking down that orc village, and then the swords master Zalnoff shows up and is like, I know what you're up to, buddy. It looks like you could use some help. And it's just such an epic moment where you're like, oh, he knows now that he's responsible for this. He's figured it out. He knows he's a summoner. It's really cool. It's really cool. I can't disagree with you, Habanero, that the animation on it may not be like top shelf, but it doesn't matter because really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed it. I do like an anime that pulls me in, but Sentenced to Be a Hero. Oh my God. It's just so compelling. I have to know more. I have to see more. There's no choice about it. You know what I mean? Like, it must happen. It must happen. I would say in a couple of days tops, I'll have watched all the episodes that are already out. I'm gonna have to get like a little mini calendar where I keep track of. There might be one on my desk somewhere. A mini calendar where I keep track of when different animes come out. I'm getting so hyped about them that I'm actually considering starting to make episodes over on Hatcher talking about anime, talking about things that I'm vibing on because it's just so good. It's so good. I've had good luck so far with the animes that I've been picking. There's a character you meet in the second episode who has no memories or ability to properly communicate, fights like a psychopath, and that's why he is that way. Okay. All right. I mean, the whole thought of like losing yourself is terrifying, right? Like you just think about something having Alzheimer's, which could happen to you. And all of a sudden, like you don't remember your loved ones. They're all like strangers to you and all of this stuff. But with this, it's guaranteed. If every time you die and you come back, you lose a little of yourself and you're essentially immortal and you're going to be used over and over and over, then it's guaranteed you're going to lose yourself. You know? It's absolutely insane. One second. Yeah, it's such a crazy concept. Losing yourself is like, that's a terrifying one. The Alzheimer's, the mental stuff, it really gets to me. I don't know if that just affects people who are smarter more, but I like who I am. I like my personality. I love my sense of humor. I love that I have a great memory overall. So the idea of that going away, losing your sense of self, I often wonder what it would be like to just have a brain injury that fundamentally changes your personality. And I've been thinking about it more lately because I did just recently have that MRI, and I am worried about, I am worried genuinely about there being tumors in my brain, and they can literally just change who you are. And it really does bring up interesting questions about our own fundamental nature. If something as simple as like a tumor pressing on your brain can change who you are, how much of what you consider yourself to be are you? You know what I mean? Like if you could just go from somebody like me who likes to crack jokes and fuck around and isn't a super serious guy into somebody who doesn't crack jokes and isn't serious, like is just deadly serious. Your interests can change, all of it. It's fascinating stuff. Habanero, it's unfortunate that the Hell mode has terrible animation. You're impressed by how well written the set and characters. Yeah, I feel you, bro. I feel you. It's not like it's the most visually engaging, but it is epic. It is epic. So yeah, it's just like that whole the mind stuff and losing yourself. That's something that also happens with Warhammer 40K with the Stormcast Eternals or whatever, where they keep coming back and losing part of themselves, and that's insane. In some ways, it's a fate worse than death, because it's like the death of self. You know what I mean? Like you're still there, but you're also gone at the same time, which is absolutely crazy. Habanero, the animation's leagues better than the beginning of the end anime. Never heard of that one. I've seen some animes with absolutely terrible animation, and it can be really hard to get into them. What was that show? Common Side Effects. The animation for Common Side Effects is low rent. It's not an anime. It definitely isn't an anime. It is a animated show. It's North American. Made by this, I believe, is it made by the same guy who made King of the Hill? I know he's like a voice actor for it. It's an interesting one. It's about mushrooms that grow on top of like a pharmaceutical dump, and they're essentially a panacea. They can cure anything up to and including death, but they might theoretically make you part of a giant like mycoid organism. So the first season's really interesting. Actually, now that we're talking about it, and I haven't seen it in a while, like it's been like a year. When is Common Side Effects season 2 coming out? It's been. When's it coming out? Production is underway. Yeah, it's in production, but it's not out. It is not out, but it was pretty amazing. Juglum, you agree the brain's amazing. One of your favorite classes was precognitive conditioning and human behaviorism. The brain sure is funky. It's amazing. It's genuinely amazing. One Punch Man season 3 has horrible animation. I really enjoyed the conceit of One Punch Man, where it's a dude who's so OP that he can just destroy anybody in one hit, and he just longs for a real fight or a real challenge and never encounters it. It's the kind of thing that you have to already have a ton of other anime around for it really to work, right? Because there's so many animes where the character is just OP as hell, like Overlord, for example. So you get a lot of that, and it takes that concept and turns it on its head, where it's just like, yo, I'm legitimately bored of existence. You know, like, I hate this. It's pointless. I want a real challenge. It's all ho-hum, just destroying everybody in one hit, you know? Don't know if you remember Osama ranking, but that incredible anime had a tragic villain cursed with immortality through his bloodline. He could never die, but it caused a descent to madness. I do remember Osama ranking. That's about the little little prince kid or something. Does he have like a wooden sword or something like that, right? I did they do a second season of that? I don't even remember if I saw the entire first season, but I do remember watching it, if I'm remembering the right one. I've seen a ton of anime, and they can sometimes blend into each other. Yeah, he's a stunted giant. That is the one. That is the one. Yeah. The story's still good for season 3, although you heard they used a retcon version of some of the fights. I can't recall if I've seen season 3. I know I saw season 1 and season 2, but I don't remember. I don't remember for season 3. I feel like it's unlikely right now that I would go back to One Punch Man when there's a whole bunch of different animes that are calling to me. When I'm watching one, there's like other options on the sidebar, and multiple names have caught my eye. The Reincarnated as a Dragon one, you guys were talking about how the guy has like a villainous voice in his head and he's trying to resist it. So that's interesting to me. I'm really curious to see where that's going to go. Season 3 came out recently. Like, how recently? Habanero, how many seasons did they get? Did they get a second season for the ranking? Like, there's some really good ones that you just don't get any more of. I remember enjoying Dead Man Wonderland, and it just was like, we're done, you know? It's tragic that there's all these awesome stories that are cut short. Some, like last year, that I probably haven't seen it. I probably haven't seen the first 2 seasons. There's ones that I didn't go back to. I just kind of like lost track of them. Now my brain's going Plus Ultra. What is that from? Plus Ultra, and there's some blonde guy. My Hero Academia, I think. My Hero Macadamia Nuts. What was that? I think that's what it was. Usama Ranking has 2 seasons. I might go back to that one. I remember enjoying what I saw. I don't remember if I saw the entire first season, though. I feel like I might have just seen most of it. That's the problem for me if the whole season isn't out. I really like it when a whole season of an anime is out, and I can just watch the whole thing, and then I can be like, oh, I want the second season. And then when the second season shows up, I wait, because I'm like, I don't want to just watch one episode at a time. But I'm coming around to the concept of just maybe keeping notes for myself on different shows and then watching them as they come along, and maybe doing live streams about them or videos about them, or just enjoying them, you know what I mean? Or having them just come up randomly in live streams like this one. Then Osama Rankin had a second series with 2 seasons. Oh, okay. All right. Well, that's cool. I'm making a mental note of that, but that's probably not good enough. Screw it. I'll make an actual note of it. Shelton Reincarnated as a Dragon Hatchling's almost done airing. It's on episode 10. Nice. See, if there's like 10 episodes, I feel like I can sink my teeth into most of it, and then there's only a couple more to go, you know? So there it's like Hell Mode, where I've watched 10 episodes. Treasure Chest of Courage? Okay, I'll note that down, Habanero. Thanks for the heads up, brother. Thanks for the heads up. Jugglum, you saw the Deadpool secret lair. You think bought the cards looked cool? Are you saying that you got it, or you think that the cards look cool? Habanero, you've never seen Treasure Chest of Courage? Why not? Did the first part not get you in enough, or did you just get caught on other things? Because it sounds like you're giving it a pretty rave review overall, you know? Oh, man. Definitely more tired today than usual. I did manage to go and have my first physio appointment, which is pretty sweet. The guy taught me some stretches and exercises and stuff to do. But I do now need to go out and get these pieces of plastic called like resistance bands or whatever. So I got to track some of those down. which in one way sucks because I was hoping that the exercises would all be things I could do without spending any more money. You know what I mean? Because physio is expensive, boy. So it is what it is, though, you know? Habanero did the classic watch a series as it was being released, forgot to keep up with it halfway through, never came back. So many shows have been like that, which is why I switched into the just give me the whole season, please. Can I just watch it and just go ham on it? That's what I want to do. That's what I'm looking for. Oh, man. Oh, I got too many notes on my desk. I need a better system. I definitely need a better system. But on a completely unrelated note, I have an insane amount of bacon. I have an insane amount of bacon in my freezer. And I went back today and picked up a few more packs. I went to the grocery store again today because I'm like, I don't know how long this sale is going to last. And I have like months worth of bacon now. Feels amazing. Feels amazing. Habanero halfway through season 2 of the first series. Oh, well, that's further than me. I didn't even know there was a season 2. And I'm not sure if I saw the entirety of season 1. Really can't remember. Oh, well. Oh, well. Ugh. Ugh. I also picked up some nacho cheese and like the big restaurant style tortilla chips because I haven't been able to have chips in a long time. And I actually have this tiny, it's like almost like a miniature crock pot that just works as a warmer. So it's just big enough to hold like a thing of nacho cheese in it. And it's perfect. It's perfect for dipping. Juggling, back in the day, you could get anime on DVD and wait 3 months for the next episode. Bro, I remember 3x3 Eyes on VHS from That's Entertainment. I remember when like anime was niche as hell, you know? It was niche as hell. There wasn't nearly that much to go around. It was a different world. It was a different world. How the times change, huh? I like things now, honestly. I like how things are now better. Where you have access to all this amazing stuff. And you can literally be like, yo, let's go online and talk about all this shit. Because talking about anime is hype to me lately. I really enjoy the over-the-top nature of it. I enjoy the fact that it's culturally different than North American stuff, too. Anime is refreshingly devoid of all the dumb political bullshit that you find in North America. It doesn't have a bunch of crap that doesn't make sense, just ham-fisted in an attempt to score points. It's great. Habanero renting straight to VHS DVD anime at Blockbuster, then watching it late night at your buddies because you know there's jugs in it. Hell yeah. Some used to have Warriors of the Wind on VHS. It was a butchered version of Nausicaa they made for American markets. Yeah, that's one thing I hated, was what they did to anime when they brought it over. Like, it's a cartoon, it's for kids, make it stupid, you know? Like what they did to Naruto, like the dubbed version, the North American version of Naruto. Garbage. I like my shit subtitled, right? I like keeping the original intonation and emotional energy of the Japanese voice actors who put in real effort instead of like North American horse shit where you're just like, this is awful. Like, that's part of the reason that anime had such a big uphill fight in North America, is because people would be like, it's garbage for kids. And it's like, it's really not. It's really not. Like, imagine an adult novel and then they just go, okay, well, when we bring it over to North America, we got to make it into a kid's book. And we're going to make it infantile and just diminish the whole thing. Drives me crazy. Speaking of driving me crazy, Inuyasha. I remember being right into Inuyasha. I was like, oh yeah, the quest for the crystal. Let's do it. Get all the crystal shards. And like, it took like 100 some odd episodes to get all the crystal shards. And then finally the sphere is assembled. And they instantly broke it again. They instantly, like, the whole show is about finding all the pieces of this crystal. And after this super long journey, they finally have all the pieces of crystal. They put it together. And the dickheads who made it instantly broke the crystal again. They're like, the crystal's broken and all the pieces are gone. And then it's like, I'm done. I don't care where the story goes from here ever again. Like, I am literally done. You have insulted me, sir. I bid you good day. There is no way on fucking earth that I care now. But we gotta find the pieces of the crystal. Why? So you can just break it again? Who cares? Doesn't matter. Fuck you. Like, find something else, you worthless pricks. What is the matter with you? What is the matter with you? Why would you do that? What a betrayal. What a fucking letdown, man. Just smash the crystal. Tee-hee, the pieces are everywhere. Fuck you and your show, bro. Eat my fucking ass cheeks. Like, awful. Awful. Tongue my hole. Juglum, you like English dubs? Oh, well, I mean, good for you, I guess. You can enjoy something I can't. I hate them. I hate them. It says Vampire Deep meets Harold in the Purple Crayon. Look up the 4K Kids dub of One Piece. They censored the heck out of it. 4Kids bought the right to dub in a batch of other anime. Oh, okay. That sounds awful. That sounds awful. I've only seen like 120 episodes of One Piece. One Piece is an anime you can literally watch on double speed. Like, you put it on ×2, and it actually improves the pace of it, you know? You didn't watch the last season because there was a long hiatus. You didn't know it was finished until they had a new in-universe anime, and you were like, what's this? But since you couldn't remember where you left off, you gave up on it. Been there. It's like, I don't remember enough to be engaged anymore. Just kind of like, meh. We only know how to write one overarching plot to link the Monster of the Week story, so we're just going to shatter the crystal again. You could still have done Monster of the Week. It just didn't need to be crystal-based. That was the problem. They probably could have done everything else they wanted to do. Just have a different hook. Just have them adventuring and running into these monsters and whatever else. You didn't need to do the crystal thing again. It was such a betrayal. It was such a betrayal. It made me so mad. Nothing has pissed me off more from an anime. Nothing. I mean, Bleach annoyed me with a lot of its stupid filler. I'm not watching episodes with ha, 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 and Soccer Girl. I'm not doing it. Hey, we got deep into Hueco Mundo, but the characters wouldn't be able to handle it, and we're just going to say they left now, and like, now instead we're just going to do a completely different storyline that feels like a bunch of steps back, and it's like, go get, I was into you, I'm not into you at all anymore, just hit the bricks, bitch. You know what I mean? Yeah, not interested. Anyways, I appreciate you guys coming and hanging out with me for this stream that happened at a different time. Keep your eyes peeled on the Discord and whatnot, because I'll be doing, I mean, tomorrow we'll do it at the regular time, but I do plan to switch up the stream times here and there, also slap some extra streams in, all that kind of stuff, right? So, thanks for being here, boys. We will get together again soon, but for now,